Hi everyone, welcome back to Wandering Art. Today I'm going to be doing some pyramids and a sphere mold. This is my first time working with alcohol inks in molds like these. Also, I've only done one pyramid mold before, so you guys kind of get to see some of my experiments here. So I'm going to have some tips for you, and my first big tip is if you'll watch how I did my sphere mold. I filled it completely up with resin, and then I was thinking I'll let these inks kind of drip to the bottom. But I didn't realize that, you need a lot of ink to press it all the way to get it all the way to the bottom. So I'm putting in like a ton of ink into that sphere mold, you can see there, and I also put more ink in off camera. And what happened to the sphere mold is it looks really cool, and the ink did go all the way to the bottom, but the bottom of the sphere, the top of the mold, it is kind of like rubbery. The resin did set all the way, and it's not tacky, but it is soft. The best way I can describe it is like a stress ball. It's tough, but it's kind of soft at the same time. So I would recommend doing it in layers. If you want to do like a small ink layer, then go for it. But I would put some resin layers on top of it, like maybe just have the ink as the top of the pyramid or the top of the sphere, or just like the bottom, so you don't need it to go so far. That would just be my recommendation. For the seashell one, the ink really worked to my favor in the seashell one. I did fill it all the way up with clear, but I didn't use so much ink. I mostly filled it up with seashells, and I put in like a few drops of blue ink just to get the resin tinted a little blue. And then I put in a couple drops of white ink so you could see the waves in the drips in the clear resin. I'm trying to figure out how to say it. You'll see it. But it looks really great with minimal ink, is what I'm trying to say. Don't overdo the ink in these molds. So the large mold is one of my favorites just because of the color, but it did have like a little soft layer before I put the hard clear layer on the bottom. So again, careful with your inks. And I love the shiny green one. It is so cool. I love the way that the ink stops where the glass is. I love the color of it. But again, everyone, be careful with your inks in these types of molds. That's the only thing I can say. I think from now on, I'll stick to just maybe a small layer of ink, and then I'll do mostly hard resin or colored resin to kind of layer it. So let me know what you guys think of all the pyramid molds. I personally love all of them. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself for the sphere mold, but it's still very pretty and can still be used as a paperweight. Just it's like weirdly soft at the bottom. If you guys want to see more pictures, you guys know you can go check me out on my Facebook. It is Wandering Art. Like and follow my page if you haven't already. Right now, here in Missouri, we have absolutely no sunlight. I haven't had any actual sunlight for a week, so when I get some sunlight, I'm going to take some great pictures of all of these molds and put them up on my Facebook. So if you're interested in seeing better pictures and stuff later, go and check that out. And as always, guys, thank you so much for all the support on the channel. I really appreciate it, and I will talk to you all later. Okay guys, so I've done some pyramid molds and you guys saw me pour them. Let me move this camera here a little bit. Okay, so I'm doing this outside, so I'm hoping you can kind of see them in the sunlight. I'll do some better close-ups here in a minute. This was the first one I did. I was just trying it out. And I want to do some more like this with the layers. I'm going to start on a project and just do one layer for like every pour I do. Probably take me a month to fill it up. This one is a little bit, it's kind of soft on the bottom. I think it was because I poured it completely clear and then I put so much ink in it. So I'm hoping that it'll harden up, but it's really cool. The rest of it is fine. It's just like around these edges here, and it's not sticky. It's just a little soft. This one's really cool. I've already taken it out, but and these you kind of just have to pull them right out. This was the one I put all the seashells into in the blue ink. Okay, so I did this one, and I don't think you guys saw, I poured a layer of clear on it, and then put some gold gems on the bottom. And this one, when I took it out, it just like flopped right over like this. This one's pretty big. Okay, I'm gonna do some close-ups for you guys. I really love the top of it. And this one is really cool too, this ocean one. The ink in this one is like super cool because it just stopped where the glass was. And this is the one I made before. If you guys saw my last video, my geode, this was from the first layer of the geode and some magenta that I had. And then the bottom obviously is from the second layer. You guys saw the green and the purple in it. I think I definitely like the resin better than the alcohol inks. I mean, this one turned out okay. I like this one a lot, but it's a little bit soft on the bottom too, though it's hardening up. And it doesn't have the weird look like the other one. In this one, I just used a little bit of alcohol ink in it. So it's completely hard. It's good. This one, here's the big one. I poured a layer of clear, and that was just a little bit of regular ink, not alcohol. So the second layer, you can kind of like feel that it's a tad soft there, but I think that it'll harden up, especially since the clear layer is on the bottom. Isn't that cool though? There are like little holes in it from the air bubbles, but I mean, you can't really see them unless you're like all up on it like this. And I don't think it really matters. I mean, you can do your best to get the air bubbles out, but I mean, once it's in the mold, what can you do? So that's all of them. And these molds, I'll take a picture of the box. They're from a place called Just Resin, and they're really good. They're like thick, good quality.